Junior Sister Jia Yao, don't be afraid. The Sword Ancestor is here. The demon fish dared not act presumptuously.
All right, I'll do it. I will do it personally. Move aside.
This is the aura of the Grand Void Pure Dragon Art. Back then, the Sword Ancestor used this very technique to refine dragon bones. Absurd. He's merely a mortal body. How could he possibly execute the Sword Ancestor's ultimate technique? It must be some trickery from unorthodox methods. Wait. What is this thing?
This is good stuff. Used for seasoning and enhancing flavor.
Enhancing fragrance and flavor. But this fragrance, why do I seem to have seen it in the ancient text? It seems to be. This is from the Joyful Union sect. Love Silk Entangling Orchid. This kind of potent aphrodisiac, even a cultivator in the soul transformation realm, would find it difficult to resist. You poisoned us with an aphrodisiac. What exactly are you trying to achieve?
What? Aphrodisiac? Are you crazy?
Fine. What a Sword Ancestor to actually use such a despicable method. Even if I exhaust all my cultivation today, I still must.
It really is an aphrodisiac. But why am I completely fine?
I'm so hot.
Impossible. The crew clearly gave this to me.
Sword Ancestor.
Oh my god, I'll be damned. I fell for the trap. The director intends to use me for program effect. He wants me to trend on the hot search list. Sister, stop it. What is wrong with you? Junior sister, what happened to you? Do not mess around. Do not be like this. You all stop it. I'm really pissed off like this.
Sword Ancestor, I'm so hot.
Master. You come too.
What? You come too?
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
Scumbag. I will definitely kill you.
Help. If this gets broadcasted, won't I be banned? My first male lead role. What are you doing? Director. If you don't call cut soon, I won't be able to control myself. Director.
Lord Sword Ancestor, I really want to.
Lord Sword Ancestor. I want to. You. Don't get cocky.
Cut. That's not right. The script isn't right. Director. This added scene is way too intense. Director. Director. Oh my god. Amitabha. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. It has nothing to do with me. They all did it willingly. It has nothing to do with me. Amitabha. Amitabha.
Sword Ancestor, what is going on here? Sword Ancestor, I am sorry.
Lord Sword Ancestor, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hello.
Speak. How do you want to die?
Listen to me. It's all a misunderstanding. I didn't do it. I didn't mean to. Just now, during such a crisis, the director didn't even show up to call cut. He's too careless, isn't he? The matter is over now. Come, have a taste. You actually hit me so hard. Want a drink? Serve yourself.
This worldly food. If cultivators eat too much of it, impurities will accumulate in the body. The more you eat, the more impure your physique becomes. Someone with cultivation would never be like you, craving the desires of the tongue.
Junior sister, don't listen to your master. Come, I'll serve you some.
No, thank you. Seeking immortality and cultivation is like climbing a heavenly ladder. A true mighty expert. How could they be like you? Swayed by these desires? As for me today, even if I starve to death, I won't eat your food.
Truly, a wild pig cannot appreciate fine feet. Ruhan, ignore them. Let's eat ours.
Then I won't stand on ceremony.
I see you truly are hungry.
Oh my god.
Broke through a realm? This fish soup actually has the effect of cleansing the marrow and washing the veins. This isn't ordinary fish. Of course not. Master, I already told you, this is that demon dragon from the dragon locking pool. I haven't eaten demon dragon meat before. How about we drink some too? It absolutely couldn't be an ancient demonic dragon. Could it be the sacred medicine of the joyful union sect after being steamed and boiled at high temperatures? The medicinal effect that burst forth, as expected of the sacred medicine of the joyful union sect.
If the two of you won't drink, I'm going to pour it out.
If we drink, we drink.
Oh my god.
Master, your complexion is much better. Those old injuries that have troubled you for so many years have all been healed.
It's just a dish of ordinary home cooking. How come? Do you want to drink some more?
Pass on the sect master's order. The sect grand competition is being moved up. Everyone immediately proceed to the main hall for discussion.
What? Moved up?
We just received news that the sect grand competition has been moved up. The competition starts in 3 days.
It must be the joyful union sect, pulling strings behind the scenes.
The film was translated
Ruhan
and narrated by
is still one step away
Maniac.
from the soul transformation stage. The sect's top fighting force is extremely lacking. This is going to force us to our deaths.
Is this perhaps a new setting introduced by the film crew? Perfect. I needed a stage to show off my acting skills. The director truly understands me. Don't panic. I am telling you. I have connections at the top. As long as I am here, this competition cannot be lost.
The top. Is the Sword Ancestor referring to the Heavenly Tao?
The screenwriter gave me the protagonist's cheat. If we could lose this, then there would truly be a problem.
You really think of yourself as the Sword Ancestor now?
Just relax. For these 3 days, you all carry on as usual. I will personally take action.
The grand competition is in 3 days. The joyful union sect must have come prepared.
What is there to fear? Look how seriously they are practicing. Besides, You still have me, the Sword Ancestor. Oh my god. Are the extras really working this hard? Wait. No. The viscosity of this blood is wrong. This isn't the blood pack from the props department. This is real blood. Could it be that the market now has some new, realistic blood props that can perfectly imitate the real thing? Oh my god. This special effects ointment is too realistic. Where did the director get this prop?
What prop? This is the trauma medicine, you specially formulated for the sect. Back then. Sword Ancestor, have you forgotten?
Is that so? Maybe I've been through reincarnation for too long and forgotten these minor details. I didn't expect them to be even more immersed in the role than I am. The director is really something. Since I joined this film crew, I haven't had a single day off. If it weren't for my superb acting skills, this film crew would fail sooner or later. The props department has gone mad. The prop swords are actually sharpened. What if an actor gets hurt? Props master, get out here. Look at the great mess you've made. What if something happens to the actor? Can you bear the responsibility? I'm not filming anymore.
What is a prop master? Sword Ancestor, what are you talking about? When disciples practice swordsmanship, getting injured is common. Send him to the Pill Elder. He'll recover after a few days of rest.
Could it be that this is also part of the director's play?
Sword Ancestor, forgive me. My tendons and bones are broken. I fear I will need several days of rest.
Sword Ancestor, are you all right?
Impossible. Then this rock must be made of foam. Right? It must be made of foam. This isn't a prop. No matter which film crew it is, they wouldn't use a sharpened sword for filming. Exactly. This sword only looks real. It must be this way. This sword is actually real. It must be the director who set up a new immersive experience, trying to force me to deliver Oscar-worthy acting. But for filming, there must be a camera. Right? Camera. Where is the camera?
Sword Ancestor, are you all right?
Ruhan, look over there. Tell me, isn't there a hidden miniature camera over there?
Are you all right? What is a miniature camera? Sword Ancestor, what's wrong with you?
Still trying to fool me. All right, if you won't tell me, I'll go look myself.
Has the Sword Ancestor perhaps suffered cultivation deviation?
Director. Stagehand. Where are the people? Stop messing around and come out. Where is the hidden camera angle? Hidden camera angle. Where is it? Stop messing around. On the entire mountain. Only this spot is suitable for hiding people. But where are the people? Where is the camera? There should at least be a hidden camera angle, right?
Have you heard? The Sword Ancestor seems to have gone a bit mad recently.
Back then, the Sword Ancestor forcefully entered reincarnation, was burned by the 9 nether karmic fire, and many of his memories are incomplete. It's quite normal for him to suffer cultivation deviation temporarily.
How could this be? Incomplete memories. Did I really mistakenly enter a Xianxia world?
Put more effort into practicing the sword, and shed less blood in the future.
Camera shot. Focus here. Give me a 360-degree slow-motion shot.
Mad ravings. The Immortal Sect Grand Competition is about to begin. Why aren't you hurrying off to train?
Stop acting. I ask you. Are you an actor from the Taiksu Cultivation Record? How much salary did the director offer you? And this location? Camera. Where are you hiding? Is that a drone following us?
What does Lord Sword
film was
Ancestor mean?
translated
I am the
and
saintess of the
narrated
spirit
by
sword sect.
Media.
I am not an actress.
And you all. I'm asking you. Are you the investors? The cameo actors who were shoved in?
Sword Ancestor? What are you talking about? Sword Ancestor? Are you alright?
Could it be that all of this is real? Director, I can't go on. I can't film anymore. I'm injured. Hurry up and take me to the hospital. Director.
If you dare to speak nonsense and disrupt morale again, beware I won't be polite to you.
Director John. Producer Juan. Did you hear that? Stop hiding. Crew staff. Cameraman. Where are your camera positions? Stop messing around. If you don't come out, I'm quitting the shoot. Is anyone going to answer me? Stop playing games with me. If this isn't filming, how am I supposed to live? Director. Producer. Where are you all?
The grand competition is about to begin. If we don't revive the sword maniac soon, our entire sect will perish.
Lord Sword Ancestor said he has a way. A few days ago, he was still at the training ground, guiding the disciples.
Junior sister, back then, the sword maniac, slaughtered cultivators from 3 sects. Unsealing him is like releasing a tiger back into the mountains.
How could I not know that? But the sword ancestor you all recognize, you have seen his current state. He's completely deranged. Even if he really is the sword ancestor, what difference is there between that and cultivation deviation? We might as well take a gamble and bet that the sword maniac still retains a shred of sanity.
Lord Sword Ancestor, although he has been completely deranged these past 2 days, but I believe in him.
I believe too.
Master.
You all. Fine. Then we can only leave it to fate.
The sacred medicine of the Joyful Union sect failed to have any effect. The allocation of resources instead helped him establish his authority. Now everyone in the sect believes he is the sword ancestor. Even that old fool Xian has started to waver. Moreover, the spirit sword sect's overall cultivation level has greatly increased. If this continues, the Immortal Sect Grand Competition will likely—
I know why I had you infiltrate the Spirit Sword Sect for 10 years.
The film was translated
The Spirit Sword
and
Sect,
narrated by
Dugu Sword Maniac, was back then the only defeated opponent the Sword Ancestor did not kill.
Are you saying
Unsealing him will cause the Spirit Sword Sect to fight amongst themselves?
although Dugu Sword Maniac, he has indeed gone mad. But during these 50 years of sealing, what if he regains his sanity?
This is what I requested from the Blood River Ancestor and obtained. Even if he regains his sanity, this object can still make him go mad.
Your subordinate understands.
Dugu Sword Maniac.
Sword Maniac, why haven't you broken the seal and emerged? What are you waiting for? You are not a member of the Spirit Sword Sect. As expected of the person who was second only to the Sword Ancestor in the Blood River Ancestor back then, you saw through my identity with a single glance. However, that is all you will achieve.
There is a camera here. There is one here too. The demon sealed behind the Spirit Sword Sect mountain has revived. The Sword Ancestor turned the tie. It matches up. Everything matches up perfectly. No wonder tonight. I didn't see any staff members, so tonight the director added a night scene.
Is Dagu's sword maniac? Dagu's sword maniac has broken the seal.
Halt.
What exactly is going on? Who unsealed him?
Kill. Why has he gone mad again? I will slaughter everyone in the Spirit Sword sect. Sword control. Kill. This. Sword, Lord Sword Maniac, I am an outer disciple. Please do not kill me. Outer disciple. I will kill you just the same.
Jia Yao. Quickly take the sect master and leave. Ruhan, protect the disciples well.
Yes.
They really are filming a night scene. Old geezer. Your opponent is right here.
Sword Ancestor. Be careful.
Sword Ancestor. You deserve to be killed even more.
Sword Ancestor, dodge quickly. You are not his match right now.
It's fine. I will take action myself. Today, I want to see if filming a scene can actually injure me.
Mad Demon Slash. Sword Ancestor.
Sword Ancestor,
Sword Ancestor.
Sword Ancestor.
this is... Unrestrained sword key.
I knew it. What kind of useless move is that? It only looks intimidating. It won't scare a professional actor.
How is that possible?
Now, it's my turn. Sword, come.
Grand Void Divine Sword.
The film was translated and narrated by M. Media.
Even if you possess the Grand Void Divine Sword, so what? I will still kill you today. How is this possible?
The level of grandeur is quite high. Unfortunately, in the script, I am the protagonist. Old fellow. You're wrapped.
So... he's the real Sword Ancestor? Sword Ancestor, please forgive this disciple's lack of discernment.
It's fine. Thank you all for your hard work. But your acting skills are truly excellent. Especially Ruhan. For a moment just now, I truly thought you were really going to die.
Thank you, Sword Ancestor. If you hadn't arrived in time, today the Spirit Sword sect would have been flooded with blood.
Truly a professional actor. Always in character. Impressive. It seems the director's previous arrangements were all intentional. Only by letting me immerse myself deeply in the role could the sense of immersion be increased. That's why he didn't come forward to explain. As a professional actor, I almost wasted the director's painstaking efforts.
It seems the Sword Ancestor hasn't fully recovered.
Director. I apologize. Sorry. I will pay attention.
It is now confirmed that the Sword Ancestor has indeed returned from reincarnation. I must send this intelligence back to the sect. Greetings, Blood River Old Ancestor. Greetings, Saint Son.
Blood River Old Ancestor.
The armies of the 7 great sects are currently assembling. After tomorrow's grand competition, we can take down the Spirit Sword sect in one fell swoop. The task I assigned you, how did you handle it? I have confirmed that the Spirit Sword sect's Sword Ancestor is Lin Yu. His strength is unfathomable. Even Dugu Sword Maniac was slain by his single move. I urge the sect master to make thorough preparations.
What? Even a powerful expert of Dugu Sword Maniac's cultivation level could not withstand a single sword strike? It seems the Sword Ancestor truly has returned from reincarnation.
What is so strange about that? In this world, there are always profound and mysterious cultivation methods. Venturing into reincarnation alone is not impossible. Sect Master. The Spirit Sword Sect's Sword Ancestor possesses profound strength. He will be difficult to deal with. How about we first avoid his edge? The power of that single sword strike, recalling it still fills me with dread. Going against Lin Yu, do we truly have a chance of victory? Even if it were the Sword Ancestor Patriarch in his prime, I would not fear him. Moreover, now that he has become a mortal Sword Ancestor, asking me to avoid his edge? Ridiculous.
No matter. This is my Joyful Union sect's top-tier poison. 5 fragrance softening bone powder. Even if he is the Sword Ancestor, he cannot resist it. Tonight, you must find a way to, as much as possible, weaken the Sword Ancestor's strength.
Good. After tomorrow's grand competition, the 7 great sects will launch a general offensive against the Spirit Sword sect.
Zhang Ming. Where did you run off to? All disciples are preparing for battle. And you are the only one missing. Master has been looking for you for a long time.
I went to buy incense for the Sword Ancestor. Correct. I bought incense for the Sword Ancestor.
Incense.
The great battle is tomorrow. I was worried the Ancestor wouldn't rest well, so I made a trip to the Pavilion of Rare Treasures and bought a stick of calming incense. This incense has the effect of focusing the mind and calming the spirit.
You've worked hard. That was thoughtful of you.
It's no trouble. Only if you rest well. Can you tomorrow protect our Spirit Sword sect? Sword Ancestor, let me light it for you. Tomorrow, the sect will lead the 7 great sects to besiege us. Now you have been poisoned by the Blood River Ancestors, 5 spice softening bone powder. The Spirit Sword sect is destined for destruction tomorrow.
This incense.
Luckily, I was smart. I took the antidote beforehand. You finally noticed. What a pity. You realized it too late. Even if you are the sword of the Spirit Sword sect.
The smell is quite good.
What?
Isn't this the smell of Huazi? Oh my heavens. Ever since I came up the mountain, I haven't smoked it again. What did you just say? You said even if I were the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect. And then?
Even if you were the Sword Ancestor of the Spirit Sword sect, you would still be unable to put it down.
Does it really smell that good?
Come. Smell it. Young people truly have good health. Falling asleep instantly.
That's impossible. Didn't the Holy Sun say that even the Sword Ancestor, in the face of this 5 spice softening bone powder, absolutely couldn't last 10 breaths? Sword Ancestor, please sample this.
You did quite well. Doesn't that give it a sense of ceremony?
What's wrong, Ancestor?
I have smoke, but I won't inhale it. I'm just playing around.
How could this happen?
All right, just kidding. Go handle your business. You don't need to stay with me anymore.
Although it went through many difficulties, I finally managed to successfully deceive him. Inhale it. Early tomorrow morning, I'll see what you're going to do.
This terrible script. And it's a tragic romance ending. The Sword Ancestor is afflicted with a strange poison. Li Ruhan and Lin Jia Yao are humiliated, becoming the joyful union sects, playthings and cultivation vessels for the entire sect. This director is truly ruthless. In order to induce tears, making me pretend to be poisoned. Fine. Then I'll show you my acting skills.
Greetings, Fairy Xian.
The grand competition is about to start. Today I came to find the Sword Ancestor to discuss methods for dealing with the enemy.
Looking for the Sword Ancestor? Perhaps the Sword Ancestor now has long been poisoned to death. Spirit Sword Sect, just wait to die. I am also here by the order of the Sect Master to invite the Sword Ancestor. Let's go together.
This smoke. Oh no, it's poisonous smoke. It must be yesterday, the 7 major sects secretly infiltrated, intending to murder the Sword Ancestor. Quickly, follow me to save the Sword Ancestor.
With such a massive amount of smoke, even if you were an immortal, you would be poisoned to death. Still trying to save him? Save nothing. No way. The poison in this smoke is too potent. You cannot go. Once the Sword Ancestor dies, you will be the Spirit Sword Sect's top fighting force. We absolutely cannot afford any more problems.
No, I cannot stand by and watch the Sword Ancestor suffer misfortune. Get out of the way.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
Sword Ancestor.
I have been poisoned. My spiritual power is currently draining away. Regarding the grand competition, I'm counting on you all.
The Sword Ancestor isn't dead, but looking at his current state, it's almost the same as being dead. It seems the destruction of the Spirit Sword Sect is already set in stone.
Sword Ancestor. What happened to them?
They inhaled too much second-hand smoke last night, and choked.
Why did I sleep outside?
I slept so comfortably. Master.
Sword Ancestor. Have you been poisoned?
I don't know what happened.
It must be this poisonous smoke. That shouldn't be right. If there was a problem with this poisonous smoke, why are Senior Sister Ruhan and I fine?
It might be because this poisonous smoke is rather unusual. The higher the cultivation level, the more susceptible one is to the poison, while those with lower cultivation levels are unaffected. Now is not the time to investigate this. The other sects will be arriving soon. Now, I find it difficult to mobilize my spiritual energy. I'm afraid it will be difficult to defend against the enemy now.
Sword Ancestor. I am still here. I swear to die, defending the sect.
And me too. Grandmaster, please rest assured, during this time, with your guidance, they definitely won't be our opponents.
Good. I'm counting on you all. I didn't expect the two of them to get into character so quickly. Don't worry. I absolutely won't let the two of you die in vain. I will definitely first ask the director to give you more screen time.
Spirit Sword Sect. Come out and face your death.
They're here?
Blood River Old Ancestor has finally arrived. These past few days, the humiliation the Spirit Sword Sect brought upon me, I will repay all of it. The Grand Sect competition has already begun. The Spirit Sword Sect puts on quite an air, knowing full well that I, Blood River Old Ancestor, was coming, yet you dared not come out to greet me.
Isn't this the Grand Sect competition? How dare you trespass upon my Spirit Sword Sect?
It has already come to this moment. Why are you still speaking such foolish words? Today, my joyful union sect has come precisely to annihilate you. If your Spirit Sword Sect is defeated, the men will be sent to the Dragon Kiln to mine spirit stones. The women will be sent to my joyful union sect to serve as cauldrons. Furthermore, you will henceforth be kicked out of the ranks of the 8 great immortal sects.
Previous competitions do not have such rules.
Your Spirit Sword Sect constantly ranks last, and now only a Mortal Sword Ancestor remains. If you were still to be considered our equals, wouldn't that tarnish the reputation of the 8 great immortal sects? Why not offer up your plaque early to save yourselves the embarrassment? Exactly. The cultivation world operates on the principle of the strong preying on the weak. Without strength, being annihilated is a normal occurrence. Did you hear that? My rules are the rules. You say the female disciples of your Spirit Sword Sect each possess a set of such beautiful faces. Why must you cling stubbornly to a useless sect? Why not come to our sect and serve this old man? This old man can guarantee your life today.
You must not go too far.
The Spirit Sword Sect has indeed declined to actually let a poisoned Mortal Sword Ancestor take charge. Look, his face is turning dark. His spiritual power is unstable. I fear he has been poisoned by the Joyful Union Sect.
These people are quite good at adding drama. But compared to me in acting prowess, they are still far behind. Whether the first AM poison or not is irrelevant. Do you understand the rules of the grand competition? If you have the ability, meet me on the stage.
A life and death challenge. If the Spirit Sword Sect loses, the men become slaves. Women will be used as tools for cultivation.
Sword Ancestor, please recover first. Let the disciples go up.
Fine. But the next round, you must let me handle this personally.
The reincarnation of the Sword Ancestor. I think he's the reincarnation of an idiot. Look at the way he is now. He probably can't even hold a sword steady. He relies entirely on women for support. Elder Wang, your subordinate is here. You will fight the first match. Let the Spirit Sword Sect see the gap in strength. Let me go up first and lose a match to crush the morale of your Spirit Sword Sect. Let's see how you can resist my Joyful Union Sect. I'll go up. Sword Ancestor, let me go up. I definitely won't let you down.
All right. Then you go first.
Don't worry. I guarantee I'll lose. I shall meet you in combat.
It seems this kid Jiang Ming is planning to intentionally lose to us, to severely damage the Spirit Sword Sect's morale. Not bad, not bad.
Come on.
My junior brother, although his cultivation realm is still low, but all disciples of our Spirit Sword Sect have all, from the Sword Ancestor, learned formidable cultivation techniques. He might not necessarily lose.
Previously, I truly was blind and ignorant. Thinking about it now, this posture actually secretly conforms to the heavenly Tao. It is truly a supreme technique.
Come on. As long as you hit me, I will just lie down on the ground and then concede defeat. Motionless. It seems he has completely given up. Very good. Truly worthy of being a pillar of my Joyful Union Sect.
How is this possible?
The film
How could
was
this happen?
translated
What's
and
going on?
narrated by
Didn't they say
Maniac.
that the Spirit Sword Sect had declined this power? Is this something that a small disciple can unleash? What kind of posture was that? The power that erupted. Unexpectedly, even Elder Wang of the Joyful Union sect could not withstand external rumors that the spirit sword sect's sword ancestor has already, from reincarnation, returned. It couldn't be true, could it?
Old ancestor, when did he learn a cultivation technique of such immense power?
It seems he has already betrayed us. How dare he help the spirit sword sect deal with us?
This despicable scoundrel.
How could this happen? I didn't intend to win. This is bad. If this continues, I won't even be able to return to the sect. No way.
Fact. And it will be perfect.
Master. Master. Do you think the Sword Ancestor can successfully cultivate?
One night is too short a time. I estimate maybe. That's tough.
What should we do then?
Report. Sect leader, this is bad. The Joyful Union sect has attacked our mountain gate.
What? Master. The Sword Ancestor is currently.
The Sword Ancestor is in seclusion. He must not be disturbed. We must stand in for the Sword Ancestor and hold them off for a moment. Let's go.
Stop. Do not harm the disciples of my spirit sword sect.
You spirit sword sect, what a clever scheme! To casually find an idiot, to impersonate the sword ancestor, and think that would scare this holy son away? Too bad. A fake is always a fake. Quickly bring that bastard out here. Get out here and face me.
The Sword Ancestor is in seclusion. I advise you to stop now. When the Sword Ancestor emerges from seclusion, he will certainly not spare you.
You still dare to pretend even now? Since that is the case, then right in front of everyone, I will turn you into this holy son's cauldron.
You are courting death.
How did she break through to the nascent soul stage? What is going on? The last time we met, she was only in the early golden stage.
200 years ago, the Sword Ancestor of my spirit sword sect once said, "A sword does not strike ants." Today, I will show you that under the Sword Ancestor, there are no weaklings.
Ruahan. After the spiritual meridian restructuring, she was actually able to cause a resonance with the sword energy. Back then, the Sword Ancestor said that sword cultivators do not need high aptitude, only a heart as firm as iron. So, it really is possible to control the sword with intent. Such terrifying talent. Could it be that the spirit sword sect's sword ancestor has truly returned?
Silence! It is nothing more than breaking through to the mere nascent soul stage. Can she really overturn the heavens? I forgot to tell you. This holy son, 5 months ago, already reached the great perfection of the nascent soul stage.
Shameless.
This saintess's skin is indeed much more delicate than that of mortal women. It's just a pity that such a fine body is about to become a plaything of my Joyful Union sect.
Stop. Didn't your spirit sword sect claim that the sword remains sheathed and blood does not stain the clothes? What's wrong? Your sword ancestor's sword hasn't even been drawn yet. But your blood has already splattered all over the ground first, hasn't it?
Today, I shall use the blood sea of the spirit sword sect to prove that my joyful union sect's great Tao will flourish forever.
You scoundrel, how dare you?
The sword ancestor has emerged from seclusion.
It's been a long time since I slept so comfortably. I knew it. There's nobody here. I searched everywhere, but couldn't find anyone. So they all ran here. Secretly added lines. You all. This director is really bold in what he shoots. Xianxia drama, playing the edge like this, can it really pass censorship? Dis Li Wan, right? Your scene is a bit too much. You need to pay attention to the boundaries. Ours is a positive energy Xianxia drama.
Sword Ancestor. You finally came.
Does this count as adding scenes? If this gets filmed and hits the
Sword Ancestor will personally guide me. That's wonderful.
Why are you standing? Come, sit down, quickly, quickly.
Sword ancestor. Under your deterrence,
The film was translated.
the disciples of the
and
joyful union
narrated
sect
by
who invaded this
Media.
time have all lost the will to resist. After half an hour of fierce fighting, we have now captured all the invaders from the joyful union sect. We now request the sword ancestor to pass judgment.
All right, all right, all right. Handle it yourselves.
Yes.
As for me, I can't wait to guide our sect saintus.
Do we really have to do this?
No choice. The audience loves to watch it. This ancient-style dance performance must have completely captivated those viewers. The upcoming dual cultivation plotline will require a paid early screening. All right, take off your clothes.
Take off my clothes?
If you don't take off your clothes, how can the plot continue?
What is the Sword Ancestor talking about? Plot. Why don't I understand?
Hurry up. Why are you stalling?
Never mind. Since the Sword Ancestor said so, there must be a reason for that.
It's written in the script. The Sword Ancestor and the Saintess have a setting where their life souls are connected. When they dual cultivate later.
Dual cultivation.
That's right. Come on, look. The Sword Ancestor uses his natal sword heart to transfer Chet into the Saintess's spiritual meridians to help her stabilize her Tao foundation. Just this part.
Li Ruhan, O Li Ruhan, Sword Ancestor, for the sake of the Spirit Sword Sect's century-long great cause, did not hesitate to use his natal sword heart to transfer chi to you. Yet you are still having wild thoughts. So the dual cultivation mentioned in the ancient texts means this.
Of course. As a professional actor, you must thoroughly understand the script. Come on. I'll teach you the posture.
Stop right there. Lecturer. Release our sex sanctus.
Who? Don't you understand the rules?
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
Senior martial aunt.
Ruhan, get out of the way.
Fairy Zia.
This person is frivolous in conduct. Must be one of those villains from the Joyful Union sect. Sent here, let me stab him to death with a single sword strike.
Lin Jiayao.
Senior Sister Ruhan? Long time no see.
Elder Luo. It's not what you think. You misunderstood.
Who are these two people? Why are they adding so much to the scene?
This is our spirit sword sex. Most highly cultivated Grand Elder. Fairy Ziyun. The one behind her is her disciple. Named Lin Jiayao. She possesses a supreme immortal spiritual root.
The play is almost halfway through. Why did the character suddenly appear?
Back then, if she hadn't been focused on taking junior sister Lin Jiayao to travel the 8 desolations, it wouldn't have been the turn of my idiot master to become the sect master. Senior martial aunt, he is not a bad person. He is our spirit sword sex, reincarnated sword ancestor.
Could it be that these two people are relatives of the investors? Did they get in through the back door? Then shouldn't I fawn over them? Yes.
Sword Ancestor? The Sword Ancestor has already been reincarnated for 100 years. What reincarnation are you talking about? It seems, during the time I was away, all sorts of riffraff have popped up. Senior Sister Ruhan. Master said, there are many bad people outside. You must not be deceived by bad people.
How dare you speak like that? Don't think that just because you have someone backing you, you can talk nonsense. Who is deceiving whom?
Didn't you say you were the Sword Ancestor? If you truly are the Sword Ancestor, presumably, you will surely be able to withstand this sword strike of mine. But if you are not the Sword Ancestor, that works out perfectly. Then you can go down and apologize to that Sword Ancestor. Behold my sword.
One of our own. It's a misunderstanding.
Old fool. I let you manage the sect. Is this how you manage it? A person who doesn't even have a spiritual root. You let him impersonate the Sword Ancestor, and he even dares to deceive our sect's senses.
Junior sister, let's talk things through calmly. Things are not as you imagine. He truly is the Sword Ancestor. It cannot be false. Junior sister, why did you suddenly return?
If I hadn't returned sooner, I fear the sect would have been destroyed.
Where did that come from?
Immortal Sect Grand Competition.
See for yourself.
This is simply trying to put my spirit sword sect to death. This Joyful Union sect is truly vicious and malicious.
The sect grand competition, held once every century, is about to begin. The Joyful Union sect has already delivered their challenge letter. If our spirit sword sect does not participate in the battle, how will we save face?
Currently, Ruahan has only just entered the nascent soul realm, and this Joyful Union sect definitely has a premeditated plan. In this Immortal Sect Grand Competition, how can we possibly protect the sect?
Therefore, I brought Jia Yao back. Jia Yao has already awakened the Azure Luan bloodline. Compared to some idiots who don't even have a spiritual root, she is hundreds of times stronger.
Since Junior Sister doesn't believe me, it seems it is time for me to display my true strength. I, Lin Yu, possess only one sword technique, capable of moving mountains, overturning seas, severing rivers, suppressing demons, and splitting the heavens. Sword, come.
What is going on? This is my bloodline power. It actually mobilized itself.
Oh my god. Junior Sister is indeed related to the resource providers. So, the special effects meant for me, the protagonist, were all added to you instead. So that's how it is. The director is setting me up for a plot where I hide my strength to ambush the tiger, letting Junior Sister display her potential first, then having me, in the identity of the Sword Ancestor, guide her to highlight my hidden depths. Not bad. The Azure Luan bloodline. It truly lives up to its reputation. To think it can stir the sword intent of the sword tomb. However, this sword resonance still lacks 3 parts of refinement. It must be that your spiritual power, circulation is flawed.
What do you mean? Did he do that on purpose just now? Just to test my Azure Luan bloodline? What did I do wrong?
Watch closely. To summon a sword, the intent must arrive, and the energy must follow. Learn from me. I, Lin Yu,
I Lin Jia Yao
possess only one sword technique,
possess only one sword technique,
capable of moving mountains,
capable of moving mountains,
overturning seas,
overturning seas,
severing rivers,
severing rivers,
suppressing demons,
suppressing demons,
and splitting the heavens.
and splitting the heavens.
Sword, come.
Sword, come.
Oh my god. These special effects are more effective than me striking a pose. Did the resource providers really give her the script of the chosen daughter?
I did this. No. No matter how strong the Azure Luan power is, it is merely a branch of the original, supreme bloodline of the Sword Ancestor. Furthermore, I am only in the initial stage of awakening. For the bloodline power within me to manifest. Are you truly the Sword Ancestor?
This really can't be faked.
Impossible. Absolutely impossible. But Master, I can resonate with the cold iron sword. And also, I can clearly feel the power of the bloodline within me has been enhanced. Truly thanks to the guidance of the Sword Ancestor.
That's right, junior sister. Even now. Do you still refuse to believe?
The film was translated
Guidance?
and narrated by M Media.
Just based on you?
What? Who are you looking down on?
Fine. If you can successfully guide this unruly disciple of mine and show results in front of me today, then I will believe that you are the Sword Ancestor. We beg the Sword Ancestor for guidance.
We beg the Sword Ancestor for guidance.
You said this yourself.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and start.
The path of cultivation. Lysing.
You actors. It's just that your usual work pressure is too high, and your bodies are too stiff. Come, I'll teach you meditation and relaxation. Deep breath. Imagine you are a feather, light and floating.
Relax. Correct. Relax. Usually, your cultivation is to tense. Your bodies are very stiff. Naturally, the circulation of spiritual energy is hindered. You must stretch your muscles and bones.
Stretch your muscles and bones.
Stretch your muscles and bones.
Watch closely. As physical training for a professional actor, you must be relaxed yet controlled. Did you understand? Come on, you try it too. Not bad. Be steady. Keep your arms level. Lunge down. Yes, go down. Go, go, go. Correct. Correct. Good. Fingers together. Maintain balance. Open your arms. Correct. Like me. Hurry up. Be steady. Be steady. Come on. Point your toes straight. This way, when the camera shoots it, your legs will look 10 inches longer.
Esteemed Sword Ancestor, Men and women should not touch.
This is called professional guidance. Go down further. Correct. Keep your legs straight. Be as proud as an azure Luan. Your arms must be extended gracefully. Only then will you have presence. If you perform well, next time, I'll even give you more screen time.
This is simply outrageous. A sword cultivator actually practices such shameful movements. Do you think this is the pleasure quarters? Watch me chop you down.
Junior sister, such a volatile temper. Just talk things out nicely.
Exactly.
Do you want this sect to be destroyed?
Even if Ruahan and Jia Yao now have greatly advanced their cultivation, facing the Blood River Patriarch, they are still no match. Right now, besides the Sword Ancestor, there is no other good solution.
No. There is still one person.
Who?
W. Sword Maniac.
What? You mean that sword maniac who suffered cultivation deviation? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If we invite him out of seclusion, the sect might suffer a backlash instead.
Look, everyone. Here. Behind us are mountains shrouded in mist. In front is the water surface, shimmering brightly. The director wants to use this place as a hidden dungeon. When we catch a big fish later, plus the golden light special effects, it will definitely be an iconic scene.
But Lord Sword Ancestor, this is the dragon locking pool. Legend says an ancient demonic dragon is suppressed here. The sect master strictly forbids disciples from approaching. You catching a fish?
Exactly. That is precisely the setting. Haven't you noticed? The mist over this pond is all prearranged by the post-production effects team. What does this indicate? It indicates that the atmosphere is already set.
But this water surface has shown no movement yet.
Be patient. As professional actors, we must have conviction. Director, give me more wind later. To blow up the corners of my robes.
Sword Ancestor, watch out.
It's the guardian demonic dragon of the dragon locking pool.
This special effect is pretty good. The director team kept that hidden well. They even brought out a dragon. Look. Didn't I just catch the fish?
In legend, the demonic dragon that even immortal lords couldn't catch was actually caught by you, truly worthy of the Sword Ancestor.
Of course.
The Sword Ancestor is amazing. Just casually, you can catch an ancient divine beast.
Junior sister, Dugu Sword Maniac suffered cultivation deviation long ago. If we invite him out of seclusion, the sect might suffer a backlash.
That's enough, senior brother. You've been nagging the whole way. I will consider it myself. Isn't this our Lord Sword Ancestor? Why have you come here to
film was
fish?
Translated
Do you know what
and
place this is?
narrated by M. Media.
Aren't you afraid of losing your life?
What place?
This place is the dragon locking pool. Inside resides an ancient demon dragon. Ordinary cultivators, let alone fishing here. If they stay for too long, their lives will be in danger.
What demon dragon? Are you talking about this little fish? I suppressed it long ago. It's going into the pot soon. Look.
You say... this fish is a demon dragon? Do you take me for Jia Yao? A little girl who hasn't seen the world. And is just as easy to fool? Master, there really was a black dragon just now that emerged from the pool. Special effects. No, that dragon was terrifying. But as soon as it poked its head out, Lord Sword Ancestor fished it out. It didn't even dare to breathe dragon breath once. Stop talking nonsense. The demon dragon in this dragon, walking well, is an ancient rare species. Back then, the Immortal Lord even used 3,000 years of cultivation, just barely managing to suppress it. Based on him, immortal without even a spiritual root. How could he subdue the demon dragon? Ja Yao, don't let this swindler lead you astray. Master. Lord Sword Ancestor is truly amazing. Last time he taught me how to guide the sword, the special effects, the scene. Even the phantom of the Azure Lu one appeared. Just believe me this once. You.
Junior sister. This is the plot. It's my turn to show off. Fairy. How about this? Let's make a bet. If I can take this demon dragon and bowl it into soup, will you admit that I am the Sword Ancestor?
Fine. I'd like to see how you manage to take this demon dragon and boil it into fish soup. Ja Yao, let's go. We shall follow this arrogant fool and take a look. If he dares to pull any tricks, I certainly won't let him off easily.
All right. Come on, firewood.
Sword Ancestor. I heard that the Sword Ancestor possesses supreme sword intent and is detached from worldly affairs. But now, you actually condescend to stand before this broken stove, fiddling with mundane objects. You claim you're acting. Why don't you act a little more convincingly?
Fairy, regarding what you said, haven't you heard? Descent of mortal life is what suits the mortal heart the most. Junior sister, help me grab the fish from the water vat. Putting this fish in the pot is the main event.
Okay.
Truly disgraceful. If everyone in your sect is of this level of strength, you might as well surrender now. How dare you look down on me? I'll fight you to the death. Did you skip lunch?
What kind of monster is he? It's clear that Junior Brother has already used his full strength, but he cannot shake him even slightly.
How boring. Too weak. You are not qualified. Sun Heaven Creation Palm. Sword Ancestor, they are too powerful. I have already used all my strength. But, I am still no match for them. The 7 great sects are full of hidden masters. Why don't we just surrender? Who else?
This Elder Wong, although arrogant, his strength is truly formidable. Zhengning is considered the best among the younger generation of our sect. But even he ended up like this. Even if it were me, I probably couldn't resist him. Sword Ancestor, what should we do?
With only this much strength, yet you dare to boast that I should kneel and beg for mercy. Truly uninteresting. There is no one capable of fighting.
I am here too.
You must be the saintess of the Spirit Sword sect, Li Ruahan.
What if I am?
I have long heard
The film was translated
that you
and
possess world-toppling
narrated
beauty,
by M.
resembling a celestial fairy. Seeing you today, you are indeed extraordinary and outstanding. After destroying your Spirit Sword sect today, after the old ancestor and the Holy Son have finished enjoying you, this old man would also like to try your flavor.
You are courting death.
The saintess's sword intent is nothing special.
Ruhan, move aside quickly. That is the soul-devouring banner, refined from the bones and corpses of 10,000 female cultivators.
Master said that evil cannot overcome righteousness.
Old ancestor, I lost. Trash. That's too cruel. So he's dead. Holy Son,
Your subordinate is here.
you will fight this battle. Do not disappoint me.
Yes.
Wasn't the last lesson enough for you?
Last time, I was careless. Today, I have the old ancestor's divine artifact in hand. Let's see how you can win now.
Demonic sword. Blood-devouring netherworld. This.
Are you ready? To become the Blood River Old Ancestor's Cauldron.
Blood-devouring netherworld.
What kind of sword is that? This is the demonic sword that the Blood River Old Ancestor refined back then using the vengeful souls of 100,000 cultivators. Even holding it will cause one's cultivation to surge 100-fold.
The Sword Ancestor said, "Villains die because they talk too much."
Sword Ancestor. Now, he is afflicted with a strange poison. He probably won't even survive today.
An ant trying to stop a chariot. Now the demonic energy, how come he doesn't even dare to utter a single sound? What sword ancestor? I think he's clearly a sword tortoise. That's more like it.
Sword Ancestor, your poison wounds haven't healed. Going up there is just courting death.
If it weren't for the fact that the script was set in advance, how could I let you bunch of small fry climb over the head of me, the Sword Ancestor?
Sword Ancestor, you're just hiding in the back, watching the show, aren't you? How about I help you carry him up here? To die together?
Did the sword ancestor piss himself in fear? He can't even protect his own people.
Sword Ancestor, the swords of your spirit sword sect are as soft as you are. Sword Ancestor, look, your well-trained disciple. Soon, will become my cultivation vessel.
Lord Sword Ancestor, please, Lord Sword Ancestor, take action. That's right, Lord Sword Ancestor. If he dared to act, he would have come out earlier. I fear the poison has left him, unable even to stand steadily.
Sword Ancestor, if you kneel down now and count out 3 times to me, I can leave their corpses intact
And give you the spirit transformation pill. I can
The
even let
film
you
was
stay on as a sleeping.
translated and narrated
Sure
by
boy.
Media.
Hurry up and kowtow. Can't you see your disciple is about to die?
Sword Ancestor,
Sword Ancestor, don't mind me. Hurry and leave.
impudent fool, how dare you? Spirit Sword Sect, finally willing to let this old geezer show up.
This black blood, it's so hot. Director, what kind of special effects blood is this? It can burn holes in the robe.
Fairy Xian. I think she's old woman Xian. Even the sword ancestor can't protect himself. Are you coming up here to court death?
just with you. You still want to turn the tide? Today, the Spirit Sword Sect must be destroyed. If you kneel down now and lick my shoes, I can still give you a chance to become a cultivation vessel.
You are dreaming.
How? Are you still thinking your sword ancestor can protect you? Sword ancestor, you see now, don't you? This is the consequence of protecting you. Now, it's your turn.
You dare.
Sword Ancestor. Don't let them destroy the sect.
This isn't makeup effects. This is real. Ruhan, wake up. Ruhan. Makeup artist. Where is the makeup artist? Hurry up and apply the fake blood. Director, call cut quickly.
Sword Ancestor. Ruhan trusts you.
Ruhan. Ruhan. Ruhan.
I'll fight you to the death.
Jia Yao.
The sect master and I will hold him back. You quickly take the Sword Ancestor and leave. I want to stay with you all.
Don't worry about us. You go first. You are the future of the Spirit Sword sect. Sword Ancestor. The Spirit Sword sect is entrusted to you.
This isn't right. This isn't filming.
This Sword Ancestor of yours is truly an idiot. Death is imminent. Yet he's still fantasizing that everything is fake. Esteemed Sword Ancestor, are you truly going to force your way into reincarnation?
To perfect my sword intent, I must force my way into reincarnation, using a mortal body as the furnace. But rest assured, after reincarnation, I will naturally return to protect the sect. So, this isn't filming. I'm really the Sword Ancestor.
The film was translated
What a pity.
and narrated by M.
I originally wanted to take him back and have some fun with him. However, it doesn't matter. A corpse works just as well. Now I'll see. Who else can save you?
Died.
This is the legendary Dragon Phoenix Sword Intent.
The Sword Ancestor actually used Sword Heart as a price and saved Ruhan.
Sword Ancestor. Your poison. Impossible. Didn't he get poisoned?
Poison? I was just putting on a show for you fools.
Sword Ancestor.
Sword Ancestor. He actually returned through reincarnation. Exactly. If I had known this earlier, I won't come then.
The Joyful Union sect has already been destroyed. What about you all? Do you want to continue fighting? Or sign the surrender document?
Sword Ancestor, spare our lives. We were blind and ignorant. We mistakenly believed the slander of the Joyful Union sect. I will immediately issue an order for the sect to withdraw its forces. Annually, we will pay tribute to the Spirit Sword sect with Spirit Vein Stones.
Sword Ancestor, we have offended you greatly before. From now on, the Spirit Sword sect will only follow your lead.
The 7 major sects have already signed the document of submission. They will annually pay tribute of 30% of their Spirit Vein income.
All the income will be used to provide benefits for the disciples and build 10 more training grounds. Ruhan, come with me to the Sword Ancestor Hall.
Yes. What is this?
This is a prop given to me by the director. It allows me to roam the 4 seas. For the next film, do you want to play my Dao companion? Director,
Lin Yu, disappearing for 3 months, and now you decide to come back. Didn't you see? The male lead has already finished shooting his final scene.
Director, if I told you that I really went to cultivate immortality, would you believe me?
Sure, if you can really fly, I'll invest in a sequel for you.
You said that yourself.
I said it. Script supervisor. Our wire rigging. Hasn't it been put away already?
Yes, director. It has been put away. He seems to really know how to fly on a sword.
Not only can I fly on a sword. Look. Do you see that cloud? The crew needs to shoot a rain scene. I'll give you a direct. Artificial rainfall.
You really acted yourself into a sword immortal.
No. As for me, I am still an actor. Acting is my lifelong passion. But now, I am probably the most expensive special effects provider in history.
Lord Sword Ancestor, the sequel. Can we sign a non-disclosure agreement? Look at this flying shot. Can we shoot it practically?
Well, in the original script, the Sword Ancestor ascending. At the beginning, we don't need a green screen anymore. I will fly directly for you to see. However, I have a condition. When filming in the future, do not use fake blood. It is very difficult to wash off when splashed on the doused robe.
Good. Understood, Lord Sword Ancestor. Prepare for Lord Sword Ancestor, a Taoist robe made of real gold foil, matched with a diamond sword tassel.
Okay,